An alternative you can use to the standard hypothesis test is to calculate the p-value of an experimental outcome. And the p-value is what you're most likely going to see in journal articles that you're going to read for research. And the way that you calculate that is to set your null hypothesis value as the mean of your distribution, of your normally distributed random value, and determine the probability that your experimental outcome is to happen, or that a more extreme value of that experimental outcome is to happen. So for example, if our x value, our experimental outcome, is greater than our null hypothesis, you would calculate the probability of having an outcome greater than or equal to that x value using a normally distributed random value. So our p-value is just the probability that z is greater than or equal to our x value if our x is above our null hypothesis. And an easy way to calculate that is to do 1 minus the probability that z is less than or equal to x, since that's how most of our z tables are framed. And we can use that to calculate what the probability of that event or a more extreme event is to happen. And the way that we use that p-value as an alternative to our hypothesis test is we first choose our maximum alpha, or our maximum type 1 error, that we're willing to tolerate. And then we calculate our observed p-value. And if that p-value is less than that alpha, we reject the null hypothesis in favor of our alternative hypothesis. And if it's not less than that alpha value, we fail to reject our null hypothesis.